What is good, guys? So, have a little, well, kind of a day in the life coming. Got a little bit of an eventful day today. We're just on our way down to LRF2 at Herne Bay to meet up with Al, get some Bodybuilding Prospect Academy photo shoot work done, take a look at Zoe, check out the new gym as well. Haven't been there yet, so I'm excited to get down there. And yeah, give you a little update on the week over the course of the day, let you know what's going on me, my end. Yeah, hopefully give you a little look at the shoot. What's going on?
Should we begin?
I ain't on Albany Road no more. Every time I go past, I'm paro. Still in the States, Colorado. Don't like sound, make smoking tobacco. In the box, Alexandra Pato. Stuck in the deep end, sleepy hollow. In the dock, all my friends are looking. Black eyes peak, Will I Yamo. Judge ain't gang, I'm not one. Jets for the troops in the squadron. Driver ain't got a license. Pippin ain't got a rodman. Officers, gas gonna
talking because yeah. Is that?
GG and chat Charles Bronson. Snow just looks like Ronald Weasley, but you don't know Emma Watson.
Who you know with 100k followers on the gram that's still on missions? Tell me what block do you know where all of the rappers got sent prison? You can tell me all day they're wrong, but that was my bro and that was my sibling. TG's been in there for long, he said I'm strong but I miss my niggas. Free up, say my life.
Danielle know we all came in here?
I think she does.
Where you gone? I was thinking that, yeah, just throw it all out of the way.
Do that.
Do you have to?
Do that.
Shit. He says like, we'll start. Let's go! Just don't walk funny.
I've been in there for a minute, he said I'm fine, but I know he's lying. Now trying to play in my eyes, he said you're right, I said let's ride. Let's go. Now we trying to drill on guys, I don't wanna drill on bro or I. Got going out side by side.
Ends hotter than Michael Watts. Fire like Charlie.
So I didn't get my pinky out. There we go, that's better. Oh, first cup of coffee in the day. Oh, always goes down a treat. Part of my morning routine, we'd go out, me and Zoe, well, originally I'd go out, I'd get the fastest steps done, and then when I come back, I'd do my stretching routine, and then I'd sit down and get through half hour's reading. At the moment it is Atomic Habits by James Clear. I've had this book for ages. I've picked it up on and off over the time I've had it. It's a brilliant book for routine, habit, and identifying the good and bad habits of your life and how to improve. So again, it's just a self-development book, right? A very, very good one, a very useful one for not just your business or trying to improve business, but just all aspects of life. Even reading it without consciously making any effort to implement things, I noticed subconsciously I was making more effort without realising into structuring my day and again that routine. you know, it took me all of about 3 days of starting to read it again to start actually writing my days out, which you've probably seen on my Instagram story, you know, literally like timed from start to finish, and you know what I've got to do for the day. And it really does make a difference. It keeps you, that itinerary, just, it doesn't always go to plan, but it keeps you in check with yourself, that you know that you've got this and this that are mandatory to got to get done for the day. And there is no excuse for them things not to happen. But so yeah, we get back for the walk. I'll have a little read, chill, get the morning coffee in. Look at that mug, OG mug there. Before we start the day properly. But yeah, so normally I do this sat downstairs on the sofa, but Zoe being in prep, and starting to get to that point where her sleep is getting a little bit irregular, and not being able to stay in bed for so long, she has decided to wake up and come with me on the morning walks, which is great. I'm all for it. But sadly, I can't sit on the sofa and listen to TikToks and try and read. The two just don't work. My brain just doesn't like background noise. So I've been excluded to the office now. But yeah, it's all good. We still get the boxes done. Yes, guys, so yesterday, Monday is kind of more like my Sunday, but I play catch up on a lot of admin work and stuff. So we're finishing off Saturday's day in the life. Today, now I know it's a Tuesday, but come on, bear with me now. It's not that deep, it's not that deep. So, shoot day was absolutely, you know, brilliant. Always love doing them. It's always a good experience getting behind a camera. It's not something I'm the most confident with. I'm good when it comes to like hitting bodybuilding shots and poses. Yeah, absolutely fine. I'll do it till the cows come home. Not a problem, you know. And have camera on me. But when it comes to like doing like the more modelly shots where you're meant to be like sat in certain positions and, you know, kind of like, unless I've got the instruction there, like the camera person behind the camera telling me, which, you know, Taylor, credit to Taylor, Ford Photography, she's fantastic. So yeah, it was good, but again, it doesn't change the fact that I'm most comfortable doing that sort of stuff in front of a camera. But hey, look, it's all good. If I can sit here and waffle at you guys for YouTube, then I can do that, surely. But no, it was really good to get some good shots. Obviously, me and Al, the professional stuff at the BPA Academy. And then obviously just some general good shots of myself, good content for the brand, and obviously Zoe as well. She's now 9 weeks out. So she's starting to come in now, starting to get into the nitty gritty of the last little stint of prep. So yeah, it was just an all-round good experience, good vibes, good people, you know. Taylor and our fella Scott, we've known for ages, but from back in the LRF days. And it was obviously nice to go and check out the new LRF gym, LRF2 in Herne Bay. Still, like, it was a bit, you know, sad on my front that I still haven't been down there. But when the grand opening happened, me and her was on holiday, and yeah, we got back. It was just that the year just kicked off and it went busy. But yeah, honestly, what a gym. If you get the chance to get down there, you will not regret it. It's 2 hours away drive from our house to there, and it was that good that me and Zoe generally, like, if we can free up, like, we'll move the training days around for the week, and if we can free up a Sunday every single week, we'd probably make that trip down there once a week to train there, because it's such a good atmosphere. It's such a clean, crisp gym. The lighting's sick. Like fucking off key. The equipment, they got loads of nice Cybex VR3 kit, all the Atlantis Prime kit, so you can you know, the 3-pronged loading systems, so you can change the profile of movements. Yeah, it all round was just a top tier gym. Obviously, you know, LRF in Ashford was my home gym, and it still to me feels like home every time I walk in there. I think kit-wise, they're kind of similar now. I know Rob's been upgrading that gym as well, you know, the old gym, and in bringing their equipment up. But it's just a different vibe. Like, you go into LRF, the first one, and it's very like Dorian Yates, blood and guts, a little bit, you know, old school vibes. You know, you go in there and you can hear the metal clanks of the plates going before you've even started lifting. It's got that proper old school bodybuilder vibe. And then this new gym, it's got, it's, again, like I said, similar equipment, but it's just such a clean, crisp atmosphere. It's very much like an old school, new school kind of vibes, and it you know, both, I think, equally on the same level equipment wise, but just the feel and the vibe of the gym's different. I think for leg day, I would definitely still always home turf, say Ashford LRF is the one, just because the atmosphere, the people, you know, it's it is a big gym, and they've got a lot of members. But I think it's been there for that long now that they've got like a family unit in there, and everyone, all the members are kind of like, everyone knows each other, everyone gets behind each other. So it's a leg day, I'd probably go there. But for my upper sessions and stuff, mate, at Herne Bay all day. It's just such a big open space, like the atmosphere changes when you walk in there, it's huge. Yeah, real nice setup though, really, really nice. It was nice to finally get down there. So yeah, sorry, before I even carry on, as you can hear, I am very, very bunged up. I don't know why, I can't seem to shake this bloody cold. I've got all the old gypsy witchcraft remedies out, I just can't seem to shake it. It doesn't matter what I do. It's a bit of a pain in the arse, it's starting to upset my digestion. And I'm starting to see some systemic fatigue somewhere in the system. Training's alright though, but I'm feeling it, definitely feeling it. So yeah, shoot day was good, very, very good. It's definitely the last time I did a photo shoot like that, or any like content shoot, I was definitely a different physique for me personally. Anyway, my progression from the last time I was behind the camera to now, that's going to be some funny transformation pics, I guess. So yeah, obviously there's a little bit of footage and that going on in this video of the day. We got luckily enough, I took this little camera, this little bad boy down with me, and tried to kind of document some of the behind the scenes stuff. Got Al to kind of follow us around as we was doing mine and Zoe's stuff, and yeah, I mean, it was always a vibe whenever I trained with Alex anyway. We definitely, you know, instantly that competitiveness between us comes out again. It's Billy Big Bollocks, you know, who's got the biggest bollocks, big dick swinging competition, but in a good way, in a healthy way. It is a healthy way. We're not arseholes, we don't, you know, try and break each other, but it's definitely there. The gap is definitely not what it used to be. So yeah, it'll be an exciting year for both of us. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the edits come out now. So, ignore the washing machine. It turns out men can multitask. I've got the washing on, I'm prepping. I'm about to cook my pre-workout meal, which is 150 chicken, 130 grams of raw rice, 200 grams of beetroot, and 250 pineapple. Yeah, pineapple's good for digestion, beetroot good for expanded blood vessels, vasodilation, and obviously protein and carbs, chicken and veg, chicken and rice before we go and hit legs. So yeah, let's get it. So, just for you lucky bastards, I'm going to let you in on my seasoning, my secret chicken seasoning anyway. So I've been playing around with a few recently, the Dun Rivers all purpose, and yeah, so today we're going with, basically can't focus because he's looking at me, but that's garlic granules, we got white ground pepper, some Thai, and of course the holy goat, the sriracha. Mwah. Give it a little shaky shake. Mwah. Let's go. Into the air fryer, no funky settings and times, just press that button until it's got the little chicken logo, and then boom, we're in. Yeah, this will go on about halfway through and it's kind of like semi-cooked. So, this week, fuck me, what a week it's been. So I went down to Kent Tuesday and a Wednesday. My old man. So a little bit of background. I used to work in the my family's business, tarmacking. Got quite a lot of tickets for machinery and stuff, and every now and then someone on my dad's brother and dad's firm lets them down, or there's, you know, the backup driver then can't make it, the backup of the backup can't make it for whatever reason. And once in a blue moon, they ring me up to see if I can help. Now, most of the time, my answer is usually no, because I am, you know, flat out busy, either PTing on doing all my online work, or, you know, in my different avenues and ventures of life, bodybuilding and competing, etc. So usually I do say no. But this in particular job was very big, and they did need me. So I said, look, no worries, I'll go down and give him a hand. And it's lucky I did. I didn't want to do it because he always fucks me. Ever since that, you know, the 2 days of working and being outside and grafting and being out of my routine, it's taken me a little while to get back in check. But it is what it is. Family's family in the day, so you kind of got to help when you can. So yeah, we're back down to Kent for 2 days. So obviously I was training at Leading Results, my home turf, the OG, the one and only, LRF in Ashford. And yeah, I went down to Kent and come back with a complete strength sponsorship, which is absolutely crazy. I did a post about it last night. You know, finally, you know, confirming everything. But I just don't really know where to start with it, man. I had to try and not hide my emotion per se, but, you know, keep myself quite reserved when I was speaking to Rob in the gym. When I saw him in there, he messaged me and asked me to come in. It was, you know, a bit out of the blue and that, and he did. Yeah, honestly, it is. To most people, right, just getting sponsored it's not a big deal. And maybe there's someone watching this video that probably looks at it and thinks, no, it's just a sponsorship, like, what's such a big thing? But this is my first proper sponsorship from a company, and it's not just any company to me. I did try and articulate it a little bit in the post yesterday, but obviously the emotion won't come across in that, but there's a definitive moment that me and my old training partner Alex, you know, literally one of my best mates, who I still chat to and do a hell of a lot with now, we used to train together. And when the Complete Strength brand first started, and we saw Rob, you know, start, you know, using a few products and ways and pre's here or there in the gym, and, you know, the first sample come through and that, we got to watch Rob and the team at Complete Strength, you know, him grow and the brand just evolve into what it is today. You know, we got a first line seat to that, and everyone at LRF got to, you know, witness and be a part of it, because LRF and Complete Strength, we all, you know, we got to watch it all come together and go from the idea to the samples to Complete Strength for absolutely killing it. So there was one definitive moment that I'm going to wind Alex up for the rest of his life with, and we both sat there, and I'm pretty sure Alex had just copped something from someone, like sponsorship wise or ambassadorship or something, and we both sat there during the leg session and looked at the Complete Strength stuff coming in from a delivery. I think it was a delivery. We both sat there and said, you know what, one day one of us is going to have that sponsor. One of us, you know, 2 years ago, the Complete Strength had only been up and going for a little while. It was all quite new, and we was like, yeah, one day we're going to be on Rob's team, you know. And that was it, you know. We just said that, like, in conversation, and just cracked on with whatever. And here we are 2 years later, and it's kind of materialised. So there's a bit more to it than just, it's just a sponsorship. Like I said, it's a brand that I've used since they first started. It's a brand that I fully believe in, and always have, and always have used their products. So yeah, to actually be sponsored by something like that I've got like there is some emotional attachment to them, and it makes it easy for me to jump on board, and it makes it easy for me to happily promote and to do more without, you know, necessarily like a bigger incentive needed, or, you know, I won't have a problem going a little bit further with like YouTube content and stuff, because honestly the opportunity it means a hell of a lot more than, I guess, like I said, to some people a sponsorship's probably just a sponsorship and they probably don't think much of it. But you know, to me, this is a very big thing. It's a very big thing. You know, and I think the brand that it is what solidified it being such a big thing. It's not just my first proper sponsorship, it's a first proper sponsorship from someone that we've wanted to work with, and someone that I've said, you know, 2 years ago was, that's the goal, that's the fucking goal, like, that's who we want. Yeah, it was fucking mad week. I'm absolutely shattered, and I'm a little bit ill. Just off the backlash of everything, you know, actually having to do a 2 days graft, which killed me. And then obviously the excitement from that, training, or the new training block, pushing it. And then we had the shoot day, obviously you'll see all the content from that. So yeah, it was just, the week was just emotionally very high, physical energy levels, like, I'm feeling it now, but yeah, complete strength athlete. A bit mad to say that. But yeah, so pre's should be done in a minute. Let me check that first. So actually, start this off, I have actually got a little confession to make. I should be training calves every single day, and it was one day last week that I fucked it, and I was kicking myself over it. So started off 3 sets of calves every single day, even on rest days. I'm training them every day, but it was one day where I forgot to do it. Generally, hands up, completely. Just, there was no, like I said, if the measurement for how we're, you know, giving it the go ahead to do it daily is, if I wake up and I go to train them at the session and it's like do 1 rep and it's like they're fucking screaming at me, then we don't do it. But I haven't hit that point yet. So 3 sets daily, I can manage. You know, lots of fast twitch muscle fibers in the calf. They can take a lot. You can put them through a lot. But yeah, generally there was one day I busted through the first part of my AM upper session, did the second bit at the PM, and I got back and I was eating my post-workout and I was like, oh, fuck. So yeah, hands up there. Sorry, Joe. I let the team down there. Yeah, so into this week, while we're on the topic of calf training, so the only thing that's changing from week to week, as we'd accumulate volume across a meso normally, we're increasing that from 3 sets to 4 sets per day. So yesterday was the first day of 4 sets, being Monday, and then today we've got 4 sets again. I'm swapping the exercise around, so I'm doing 1 day seated calf raise on the machine on a day that I'll preferably not train quads, so I don't get the fucking pain in the pad digging in. 1 day will be 45-degree leg press, calf raises or calf extenders, whatever you want to call them. And then the 3rd day is usually on the Atlantis half hack, so it's not like a full hack, it's like a half hack, like that angle. So you're doing it like that, because we have a Smith machine, but we don't have like a proper step to get on and do it. It's more comfortable anyway that way. So yeah, that's the calf training side of things. Obviously volume, we've had an increment, a little increase in chest volume and leg volume predominantly. Quads and chest have gone up, everything else has remained the same. Moving into this next block, next week, get that right, with proximity to failure being 1 bit closer. So it was 4 reps in reserve, it's now 3 reps in reserve, which is quite nice. It's nice being able to accurately follow proximity to failure. It's something that with quite a lot of my clients, they don't have an understanding of what true mechanical failure is, to then be able to say to them, right, I want you in 3 reps in reserve, because they've never actually gotten to that point. And it's not like I didn't have a true understanding for what mechanical failure really was until I've been training for at least a couple of years and pushing the boundaries of what I thought was possible, I could do. But you know, it's nice to be able to manipulate that as a means, and when you nail every variable, then having the reps in reserve, proximity to failure to be manipulated as well, you really do reap the benefits of it, but everything else has to be nailed for it to be efficient. Food was held this week. So last week, one thing I forgot to mention was the introduction of this bad boy here, Lantus, a slow acting basal insulin. Just to quickly know the way it works, basically, unlike rapid or fast acting insulin, basal insulin is stored in the pancreas and then trickle released into the system with every carbohydrate meal you eat, basically. So it's stored in the pancreas, and it kind of gives your beta cells of the pancreas a little bit of a breather. It gives them a little bit of a rest. When we start getting into them higher carb ranges of the push-up phase, I'm at 600 grams per day now, and obviously over time that would add stress and fatigue onto the insulin production of the pancreas, and eventually you're going to get that beta cell reduction, or less efficient response, should we say, sorry, from within the beta cells there. So yeah, it's there as, like I said, it's not there as a growth, well, obviously it is factors of it that are growth promoting, but you've got to change the concept of how you look at it. It's there to alleviate stress, not add more to grow more. It's there to alleviate and help. So yeah, that got added in last week. I also forgot to mention my growth hormone usage last week on there, which I was, got questions about. Do you use growth? I do. It is currently at 4 units per day, so 2 first thing in the morning, fasted, followed by a 3-hour fasted window, just to allow some fat mobilization to occur. I usually like to get on with some fasted steps, get a work block done when I do that, and then 2 units pre-bed with my final meal, pretty much. There's no really breathing time. I just eat my final meal, take my subs, GH, and then hit the hay. So yeah, no changes to GH, no change into the amount of slow-acting insulin. However, this week, fast-acting rapid insulin was introduced. So 5 units of Nova Rapid with my post-workout meal. Now, the key we're thinking here is how can we replenish glycogen levels as quickly as possible post-workout. But more in particularly, now that we've got the AM PM split, I have my post-workout meal, my normal post-workout that I have at the end of the workout, in between my 2 sessions. So again, thinking on the grounds of glycogen retention, I've got to go in and do another session shortly after. So the 5 units of rapid insulin alongside my post-workout cereal gets the carbohydrates and the glycogen into where it needs to go a lot quicker. We can replenish stores, chill for an hour, do some work, then go back in and train with that suffice amount of energy back in the system to go and hit another session. So it's the workout, having it post-workout sets up nicely to get them 2 sessions done. And really get the most out of that second session, not flagging, you're not slow, the body's digesting the carbohydrates quite quickly, the food's shuttled through you quite quickly, you don't have that typical like lagging belly. I've never had that from a post-workout meal, but an hour's not that long. We think parasympathetic nervous system to trickle off, post-workout, and alpha digestion to actually speed up a little bit. So yeah, it's just about the right amount of time and the right boost to help push that glycogen into where it needs to go. Outside of that, we have had a PED increase, so we're now up to 17 milligram per kilogram. And interestingly, we've been playing around now with the amount of estrogen I have. So this week's increment come from 50 milligrams more of testosterone, so from 400 mg to 450, and the DHT derivative primobolan crossed with, so split 50-50 with mast, has only been increased 50 milligrams. So I'm now on 1250 primo/mast, 50-50, and also 450 mg of testosterone. So again, while the androgen to estrogen ratio is quite split, we are now just playing around with manipulating testosterone to allow this ratio between androgen and estrogen to be changed and altered slightly into potentially a more favourable state. Again, like estrogen is fantastic for skeletal muscle mass, for skeletal tissue. Amazing for its neuroprotective benefits, cardiovascular protective benefits, and just in a general sense, overall feeling good. I definitely have noticed since the testosterone dose has been upped that I do feel a lot better within myself psychologically. Whether that could be a placebo effect, just because I know that's how I should be feeling, and that's up for debate. But yeah, it's interesting to see, because I've done cycles in the past, back in my younger days when I didn't have the knowledge that I do now, where I pushed testosterone a lot higher than this, and obviously saw straight away negative estrogenic feedback, but with no real concept or understanding of that androgen to estrogen ratio, and how to manipulate it at certain points when you can, i.e. like now, where we are taking the androgens very, very high, with that DHT derivative being well over 1 gram now. It's an opportunity to play around and reap the benefits of having higher estrogen. So yeah, that's the update from me on terms of a progression base and what we're doing within my own physique development. Yeah, I mean, the physique looked it's the best it's looked this week. Again, it's just I'm in that in-betweeny phase now where I haven't recruited much body fat, if any notable body fat, and there's not really been a massive amount of fluid retention come back into the physique yet. So in the morning when I wake up and do them fasting shots, I'm still looking quite tight, looking crisp, but I'm looking fuller. You know, I've got that, you know, nice big round appearance to the lats when they come out from the back. Waist is still very tight, very small. So yeah, it's very good week 1 into week 2. So yeah, the week was an absolute madness. Big up to Complete Strength, big up to Rob down at LRF as well. Thank you very much. I know I've said it enough times, but really do appreciate firstly the opportunity, obviously, to be a part of the team. And yeah, it's been an absolutely crazy week. Hopefully, well, I'm hoping next week is going to be a bit more simple. Just train, work, sleep, eat and repeat. But yeah, so I'm going to get this pre-workout meal in. We're going to go and hit legs, so you'll see some content for that. You'll see me struggling and dying on these 4-second negatives. It really doesn't help that I can't breathe properly because I don't like breathing through my mouth. I'm a nose breather on my sets. I like to, but I can't do that at the moment. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Then 4-second negatives might leave me crying in the corner. But yeah, I'll see you at the gym. So then guys, my pre of choice, the Complete Strength Pre V2. It's got absolutely insane panel on this. Now, quite a lot of the time on leg days I will double scoop it, but I've just had a can of Monster, so I don't really want the 500 mg of caffeine from a 2 scoop right now. But the panel on this is absolutely insane. So I've got the strawberry laces flavour here. Now the thing with my pre's that I usually take, I like to have a bigger pre and just sip it on the way. On the way. No, we're talking about pre now, George. So yeah, I like to sip my pre on the way to train. Take my time with it. But I find with the Complete Strength flavours, they are meant to be done as short and sweet shots for you to get the flavour. If you put too much liquid in, I'm going to put too much liquid in just because that's how I like I just like to drink something on the way to the gym. But it will dilute the flavour quite a lot. Which I don't care, it doesn't bother me because I know I'm taking it for a purpose. But the flavour on this is absolutely insane, but it needs to be done in like a shot form. So like maybe like 200 to 300 ml fluid or something like that, just a little bit of water. So yeah, I'm gonna make that and then let's get gone. Look at that. And the golden rule of pre, if it don't clump, it don't pump. I don't know why I've got that scale on. We go with a rough guideline. It's usually like a scoop and a bit. Yeah, beautiful, nice, manly pink shaker. But yeah, let's
people ask us,
go.
how is CDOT funded and where do you get your money from? The simple answer?
One girl tried to set me up, I think I'm too nice, so I rejected. Got down the Insta bad man in real life, I was following before I got requested. Try call man an eject kid, but they still wanna know who this idiot is. They hate the police for like 10 plus years, then this week turn into detectives. I can't respect it, gang being hectic. They'll shank him, twist it, lift him, then they got ejected. Tell a man go again, so it's effective. I don't care who your president is, put O's in your bum like he re-elected. Then girl won't get me erected in the back of a throat like she being tested, boy. When my dad got shot, none of his boys went round there heavy. I can't get them, they're way too grown, so I got their sons, can't way too petty. This whack like Jin and Hayachi, bro, the kickback was way too techie. You better leave this boss alone, if I leave home, everything messy. Bro, just copped yourself a new Mac, but this one don't come with no iOS. If I recognise his pagan's face, they'll get swiped up like his iPhone X. My ups are acting like Dora, they only explore, their mash don't hurt. And I don't wanna hear swiping or swiping, you still get robbed, brother, that don't work. These times my G got rough for his pack, so I'm done with the twat, cause his ass don't learn. Now all the bridges and all the confessions, I'll turn it to Usher and let that burn. Re-up on Friday, let that earn. Grab a girl Tina, I met that turn. Everything nasty, everything, Green like sittings and none of my pagans are making it out. Them boy they got ching last week, Word and Road is still taking it out. No need to get act bad in this bando. One for his head, he get left with no hair. Man don't panic, Juju and vanish, and that's why I'm everywhere and still nowhere. Lean.
people ask us, how is CDOT funded and where do you get your money from?